Friends, welcome to our channel Safety Gyan Course. Welcome once again. We will be discussing about the preparation series of Junior Executive Fire and Safety in Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. Last 3 days are left for applying to this post. There is a good number of vacancies, around 28 vacancies are there. So we will move ahead. So let's start our preparation series of questions. So first question is, what are the 3 essential elements of the fire triangle? 3 essential elements of fire triangle: A. Fuel, oxygen, heat; B. Fuel, heat, water; C. Oxygen, heat, carbon dioxide; D. Fuel, water and carbon dioxide. So the correct answer is A. Fuel, oxygen, heat. These are the 3 elements of the fire triangle. Any of them, either fuel, oxygen or heat, if it is removed, fire will not take place, or if fire has already occurred, it will get extinguished. So let's move on to the next question. How does the fire tetrahedron differ from the fire triangle? A. It includes a 4th element, chemical chain reaction. B. It replaces heat with light. C. It includes water as an element. D. It excludes oxygen. See, fire tetrahedron. Tetrahedrons means any structure having 4 sides. So fire triangle has 3 and fire tetrahedron has 4. So as the answer is A, it includes a 4th element, chemical chain reaction. Apart from fuel, oxygen and heat, the 4th element is chemical chain reaction. Once the fire has started, it has formed a chain reaction, then fire will continue to burn until the raw materials are extinguished. So the correct answer is chemical chain reaction. Let's move on the next question. What is the primary product of complete combustion? A. Carbon monoxide. B. Carbon dioxide. C. Methane. D. Hydrogen. See, complete combustion is a process in which the primary products are carbon dioxide and water vapor. It means that is CO2 and H2O. So the correct answer is B. Carbon dioxide. In complete combustion, if there is incomplete combustion, then carbon monoxide and methane may be the products. Let's move on to the next question. What role does oxidation play in the combustion process? A. It cools down the fire. B. It provides fuel for the fire. C. It is the chemical reaction that releases heat and light. D. It extinguishes the fire. See, oxidation means that is the something it is provided the reaction that increases the combustion process. So the correct answer is C. It is the chemical reaction that releases heat and light. So option A, it cools down the fire. No, it does not cools. Okay. B, it provides fuel. No, it is not a fuel. So the correct answer is C. It releases heat and light. It's a chemical reaction. Let's move on to the next question. Describe the stages of the combustion process. A. Ignition, growth, fully developed, decay. B. Ignition, smoldering, extinguishment. C. Growth, decay, extinguishment. D. Ignition, fully developed, extinguishment. See, there are basically 4 stages of a complete combustion process. The first is the ignition. Ignition means the product will ignite, and then once the product has ignited, it started burning, it will come to a growth stage, means the fire will increase, and once it has reached its peak, it will stay constant. It will be a fully developed, and then as soon as it is fully developed, it will stay on that, and again it will start decreasing. The curve will be, it will first increase, it will stay at the same level, and then it will start decreasing. So it's the answer is A, ignition, growth, fully developed and decay. Let's move to the next question. What is the difference between flaming and smoldering combustion? A. Flaming combustion occurs without flames. B. Smoldering combustion produces more heat. C. Flaming combustion involves visible flames while smoldering does not. D. Smoldering combustion requires more oxygen. See, the flaming, as the term itself says, flaming means flames. Smoldering is also a combustion process, but it does not, fire will be there, smoke will come, but flames will not be visible. So the correct answer is option C. Flaming combustion involves visible flame while smoldering does not. In smoldering only smoke will come. Flames will not be visible. So next, move on to the next question. How does the presence of a catalyst affect the combustion process? A. It slows down the reaction. B. It has no effect. C. It speeds up the reaction without being consumed. D. It extinguishes the fire. So the correct answer is C. It speeds up the rate of reaction. It speeds the reaction without being consumed. Let's move to the next question. What is the ignition temperature? A. The temperature at which a substance will spontaneously ignite. B. The temperature at which water boils. C. The temperature at which a substance melts. D. The temperature at which a substance freezes. See, the most appropriate answer options itself speak option A. The temperature at which a substance will spontaneously ignite. Let's move to the next question. What are the lower and upper flammability limits? A. The minimum and maximum temperature for combustion. B. The minimum and maximum concentration of fuel in air for combustion. C. The minimum and maximum pressure for combustion. D. The minimum and maximum volumes of fuel for combustion. See, whenever we talk for lower and upper flammability limit, LEL and UEL, other terms commonly used are LFL and UFL, lower flammability limit and upper flammability limit. So these limits speaks about the minimum and maximum concentration of fuel in air for combustion. So the correct answer is B. It has a definite range is there. So for example, if you talk about hydrogen, the flammability limit lies from 4 to 74. So 4 is the minimum lower flammability limit and 74 is the upper flammability limit. So if there is a mixture of fuel and air ranging from 4 to 74, the fire will happen. If the ratio of fuel and air is below 4, it means our mixture is lean mixture. The fuel is less, it will not ignite. But similarly, if the mixture is the ratio is above 74 for hydrogen, if you talk about hydrogen flammability limit, so if the fuel and air ratio is more than 74, so it means that our mixture is rich mixture. There is a lot of fuel but there is less oxygen, so ignition will not take place. So please, these types of questions are very important. So be aware lower flammability limit and upper flammability limit. You can do one more thing, as it is a HPCL exam. So HPCL deals with basically gases also. So you need to learn the flammability limit of some of the basic gases like propane, butane, hydrogen. That may be asked. So let's move on to the next question. How do temperature and pressure affect the flammability limit of a substance? A. They have no effect. B. Higher temperature and pressure widen the flammability limit. C. Higher temperature and pressure narrows the flammability limit. D. Only temperature affects the flammability limit. See, just now we have discussed about the flammability limits. So the correct answer is B. Higher temperature and pressure widens the flammability limit. If the temperature and pressure is more, the flammability limit will widen. Let's move on to the next question. What is the significance of the flash point in fire safety? A. It is the temperature at which a liquid produces enough vapor to ignite. B. It is the temperature at which a solid melts. C. It is the temperature at which a gas condenses. D. It is the temperature at which a liquid freezes. See, the correct answer is A. It is the temperature at which a liquid produces enough vapor to ignite. See, flash point is a very common term and it is widely asked in many entrance exams as well as interviews. So you must know the definition. It is the minimum temperature at which a liquid fuel will release enough vapors to ignite. It means enough vapors will come, and if it comes in contact with the spark or flame, then it will automatically ignite. So let's move on to the next question. What is the auto ignition temperature? A. The temperature at which a substance will ignite without an external flame. B. The temperature at which water boils. C. The temperature at which a substance melts. D. The temperature at which a substance freezes. See, the question asks about auto ignition temperature. Auto ignition means the term only speaks about the auto ignition, means it will ignite automatically. So the correct answer is A. The temperature at which a substance will ignite without an external flame. So if you talk about gasoline, or you can say petrol, the auto ignition temperature is around 280 degrees Celsius. So if a fuel gasoline is left and the temperature reaches around 280 degrees Celsius, it will automatically catch fire. Let's move on to the next question. What factors influence the rate of flame spread on a material? A. Material composition, surface orientation and environmental conditions. B. Color of the material. C. Age of the material. D. Shape of the material. See, the factors that affect the rate of flame spread on a material is A. Material composition, means what are the composition of the material, surface orientation and environmental conditions. These all factors will affect the rate of flame spread. Let's move on to the next question. How does surface orientation affects flame spread? A. Flame spread faster on horizontal surface. B. Flame spread faster on vertical surface. C. Surface orientation has no effect. D. Flames spread faster on curved surface. See, orientation, surface orientation will definitely affect the flame spread. Correct answer is B. Flame spread faster on vertical surface. For vertical surfaces, flame will travel from below to above and it will be faster as compared to the horizontal surface or curved surfaces. Let's move on the next question. What is the difference between upward and downward flame spread? A. Upward flame spread is slower. B. Downward flame spread is faster. C. Upward flame spread is faster due to convection currents. D. There is no difference. See, the correct answer is C. Upward flame spread is faster due to convection current. So once a material starts burning, the convection currents start flowing, and then definitely upward flame spread will be faster. So let's move on to the next question. What role does thermal conductivity play in flame spread? A. Higher thermal conductivity slows down flame spread. B. Higher thermal conductivity speeds up flame spread. C. Thermal conductivity has no effect. D. Lower thermal conductivity speeds up the flame spread. See, the correct answer is B. Higher thermal conductivity speeds up flame spread. More will be the thermal conductivity, more will be the speed of the flame. Let's move on to our next question. How does heat transfer occur in a fire scenario? A. Conduction, convection, radiation. B. Conduction, evaporation, radiation. C. Convection, evaporation, radiation. C. Conduction, convection, evaporation. See, there are heat transfer method of heat transfer consists of three things: conduction, convection and radiation in a fire scenario. So the correct answer is A. Next, move on to our next question. See, this question is similar to the last one. There the term was used fire scenario. Here are the three modes of heat transfer. The commonly used is what are the modes of heat transfer? Definitely, so it will be A. Conduction, convection, radiation. B. Conduction, evaporation, radiation. C. Convection, evaporation, radiation. D. Conduction, convection, evaporation. Similarly, the correct answer is A. Conduction, convection and radiation. These are the three modes of heat transfer. If it is asked generally or if it is asked in context to the fire spread, then also the correct answer will be conduction, convection and radiation. Let's move on to the next question. Describe the concept of thermal radiation and its impact on fire spread. It is asking about thermal radiation and its impact on fire spread. A. Thermal radiation is the transfer of heat through direct contact. B. Thermal radiation is the transfer of heat through fluids. C. Thermal radiation is the transfer of heat through electromagnetic waves which can ignite material at a distance. D. Thermal radiation has no impact on fire spread. See, thermal radiation definitely has an impact on fire spread. So the correct answer is C. Thermal radiation is the transfer of heat through electromagnetic waves which can ignite materials at a distance. See, it will radiate enough electromagnetic waves that the substance lying at some of the distance will catch fire. So let's move on to our next question. How does heat affect the structural integrity of building materials? A. Heat strengthens building material. B. Heat has no effect on building materials. C. Heat can weaken and degrade building materials leading to structural failure. D. Heat only affects the color of building materials. See, heat definitely affects the structural integrity. Every substance used in the building, either it's a brick, wood, concrete, it has a range to sustain the heat. So if we talk about the correct answer, it is C. Heat can weaken and degrade building materials, leading to structural failure. Every material has its limitation, so beyond that, it will degrade the building materials, and definitely it will lead to structural failure. Let's move on to the next question. What is the definition of fire resistance in building material? A. The ability to withstand high temperatures without melting. B. The ability to prevent and spread of fire and maintain structural integrity for a specified period. C. The ability to absorb heat. D. The ability to reflect heat. Whenever the term comes fire resistance in building materials, it is the ability. The answer is B. The ability to prevent the spread of fire and maintain structural integrity for a specified period. So it will what it will help in? It will help in stopping the spread of fire, and it will maintain the structural integrity of the material up to a definite time. For example, when you go for a fire resistance door for the office premises or the cable galleries or somewhere else, we choose the fire resistant materials will withstand up to 2 hours or 4 hours depending upon the usage. So what it does, it maintains the structural integrity within that period, so that firefighting can be done and it can be controlled and the fire cannot spread beyond that. Let's move on to the next question. How is fire resistance rating determined for construction element? A. By measuring the temperature at which the material melts. B. By testing the material's ability to withstand fire exposure for a specific duration. C. By calculating the material thermal conductivity. D. By assessing the material color change under heat. See, the correct answer is answer B. By testing the material's ability to withstand fire exposure for a specific duration. Fire resistance rating will be based on the material, that how much specific period the material can withstand the fire exposure. Let's move on to our next question. Explain the importance of passive fire protection system. A. They actively extinguishes fires. B. They prevent the spread of fire and smoke through the use of fire resistance material and construction techniques. C. They alert occupants to the presence of fire. D. They provide water for firefighting. See, the correct answer is B. There are two types of fire protection system, active and passive. The answer is B. They prevent the spread of fire and smoke through the use of fire resistance materials and construction techniques. See, fire has already protection system means fire has taken place and it is stopping the spread of the fire, so it will be through the fire resistance material and construction techniques. Let's move on to our next question. What are the common methods used to enhance the fire resistance of materials? A. Applying fire retardant coatings using fire retardant materials and incorporating fire barriers. B. Painting the materials. C. Cooling the materials. D. Using lighter material. See, when we talk about the fire resistance of material increasing, so it is definitely can be achieved by applying fire retardant coatings, using fire retardant materials and incorporating fire barriers. So friends, these were the important questions from fire and safety point of view. So hope these questions are useful for you. So stay tuned with us. If you have any doubt regarding the questions or any topic, please do comment in the comment section. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you, friends.